could have sworn I had this going sideways. You're kidding me. Welcome! It's Tuesday, and I screwed up again. YouTube. Trains are better viewed lengthwise. Fail sauce again. Sorry, guys. The whole thing is, when you're setting it up on a mobile device, you have to change the orientation when you're setting the stream. And it's very easy to miss that little box before you go. Dang it. I thought I had it this time. Let me try and straighten this out a little bit. I think we're all right. How's it going, everybody? Yep. Oop. Ben still draws. Figured it out. I'm still up and down. It seemed to work out fine last time. I just feel like I can show you guys more, especially when I'm like, if I bring something in like this, if I bring you a nice sub sandwich at lunch, you can't see the whole thing. Lengthwise things are silly. It's another reason that drives me nuts when I'm like doing shorts, because trains are best viewed lengthwise. Shorts are all about, let me take a selfie. Whatever. You guys can see the laptop now. I guess I can change this a little. Can I? Oh, that might be too close. Too close for comfort. That's a good crooner tune. Please not again. How's it going? Caleb's in here too. What's up, buddy? Caleb couldn't quite get the... I was chatting with him earlier. He's like, I'll make it, but I don't remember, is it 11:30 your time or our time or what time or whatever? It's always going to be 12:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central, which kind of stinks, I guess, if you're in Mountain Time or especially Pacific Coast time, where it's like still like definitely in breakfast territory, not exactly lunchtime, but glad you're all here. Holy cow, CSX Trains is in here. Brandon Green, what's up? Corey's in here. Hey, buddy. If you guys haven't seen Corey's video on those cool custom auto racks that he did, give that a check. Matt's O-Gauge Trains is in here. What's up, buddy? Aiden, good to see you again. Bill says, stop worrying. Yeah. I want to put forward the best thing I possibly can every time for you guys. And so when I screw up, it's like, I'm kind of hard on myself, I guess. It's all right. Playing a model railroading game called Rolling Line, Metro 161. Huh. I didn't know there was a game for model railroading. I thought you just plunged yourself into debt and took up all the space in your house. Actually, I guess a model railroading video game would be nice, because then you could be confined to your gaming system and not take up a good portion of your basement. But then what would the fun be in that, Captain Andy? I don't need a Windows backup right now, you old ancient laptop, you. Oh man, Eric's in here. Lengthwise equals like lengthwise, yes, the landscape, but vertical is what they always try and do to me here. Whatever. What's up, Greenfield Village train fan? Thanks for joining us. Tim Fowler, hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Jonathan C. Ware, or Quare, I guess. No, I'm pretty sure it's a middle initial in there. Oh, hello from Chicago. What's happening? Speaking of Chicago, you might notice some Rock Island on the line back there. I was on my way to Chicago, and I can't remember which interstate I was on, but I passed under a train bridge, and it totally had an old Chicago Northwestern logo on it that was definitely weather-beaten / rusted up. But it's like, man, it's just cool seeing little relics like that from way back when. B&O is in here, Mike. Best part of the day. Aw, thanks. Speaking of best part of the day, Great North videos. I had a question from somebody asking where we got this awesome Hot Wheels diesel from that I did in my recent short. Yeah, I got that from Great North Video, so thanks again, guys. Getting some fun use out of that. My son likes bringing it to the train mall to run there on the layouts, but we also have a little bit of fun here. It's just so fun with the like race car noises in it. Like, it's got a car horn instead of a diesel horn. It does a burnout when you first take off. It's funny. It's a good time. Yes, I guess we're doing vertical again. At least it's just me, and I don't have to like share a space with my guest. I felt really bad for Sean last week. Our guest, Sleeves Rails Archives, lives up the road from me, and so it was fun having him on. Ives is in here. Chooch is in here. Ray's Rails, what's up, buddy? Oh man, he just went to a train show recently. Got an awesome haul on there. Check out Ray's Rails if you haven't already. And Ray's, I almost said not Ray's Trains, but you can also check out my buddy Ray too. All the Rays are good. Rays of Sunshine. Shoot, just check them all out. It's a good time. Oh man, Chris Book Bays. There was a Burlington Northern 3-bay hopper sitting at one of the local industries for months here in Los Angeles. Good morning, by the way. It was really neat to see it almost every day. And then they said, yeah, that's cool. Virtual railroading is actually referred to as V-scale. It's funny, yeah, because I guess like when it's in a game, you could have whatever rail system or whatever you want, but video game scale is V-scale. That's hilarious. That's clever too. I like that. Anyone else do like model railroad video game? I know there's like Railroad Tycoon and like other stuff like that. Or maybe it's called something different. I always see like commercials on like Instagram especially where they have like a train like build your railroad empire and like I already did. But they're like, it's kind of like a DD40X, but not quite enough so that way they can't get sued by Union Pacific. It's kind of like a Challenger or a Big Boy, but it's not quite so that way they can't get sued. You know, they're off just enough so that way they're, you know, safe from, I guess, copyright, I don't know. Rock Island is on the line. Yes, sir. Getting a set of 21-inch UP Excursion cars this afternoon for a phenomenal price, and the secondhand Overland would be proud. I am so proud of you. Good job. And I'm so proud of you. I feel like Mr. Rogers now. Cat and Andy says, don't forget to hit the like button. 15 likes with 41 people. Who forgot? Oh man, he's out for the high score. Thanks, buddy. It's called Rolling Line, it looks like. Jaden's in here. It's kind of like a virtual model railroading game. Neat. Newt's in here too. I must have missed that. Oh, there he is. Yo, chat hooligans. I see at the top before it disappears. Man, trying to keep up with you guys. I'm getting winded today. This is fun. Let's see. I'm doing a little work on my basement layout right now between emails. Cool. I just did a little bit of therapy work. I finished finally. I ran out of rock sections that I had already painted to put on this back line here. If you guys haven't seen the progress I've been making on that, essentially trying out the method here on this back wall, on this ledge that's kind of it is a windowsill. And then once I've got that kind of nailed down and better, because there's still more things I want to add to that, then I'm going to take what I've learned there and apply it to the thing that's sitting behind you guys, behind the camera here. I've got the elevated line. And my son, I got to get moving quick because my son yesterday was like, Dad, all the snow melted outside. Why do we still have snow on our layout? I'm like, oh, okay. Because he knows what's coming once we take down the snow. It's more than just we redecorate it for spring or whatever. No, this whole thing is coming down. And we're in revamp mode. I'm going to have to figure out where to put some other things. I also need to get I need to measure under there first and see what I can fit. I'm redoing the track plan underneath the elevated line just to maximize that space a little better. And then I'm putting the lid on it with the elevated line. I might even have the elevated line be slightly higher in elevation as well, for lack of a better term. But the big focus, first of all, is going to be getting that rock wall going around the edge and making sure that all my tolerances are good because for those that are new, first of all, welcome. Thanks for joining us. But the rock wall is paper thin. Literally, it's made of paper for two reasons. One, I don't have a lot of room between the tracks inside that thing that act as engine and car storage and the outer line. And so it's paper, A, because I need to maximize the space between the track and it, and B, it needs to be paper so that way if a train does hit it, it just kind of crumples it and doesn't like. I mean, if I was using this rock, if I was using this rock back here, which is basically actual rock, I'm making plaster and painting rock formations. If it caught one of those, it's not just gonna like crinkle. No, it's gonna derail and damage the car, probably go off the thing, and probably damage the wall, which will then also implode in and damage the cars inside. So big old nasty headache, no, can't be doing that. So clearances are definitely something I need to be cognizant of and careful of while I'm building this thing. So that'll be fun. What did I miss? Where's Sleeves today? I thought he was my new co-host. No, Sleeves, I think he's got Tuesdays off, so he can certainly join us again sometime. And if I do that, I'm definitely going landscape vertical wise, not vertical, horizontal wise. Sam says the rocks came out great. Thanks, man. Oh, you must have seen them on the Instagram. I've shown them a little bit more there than I have on YouTube. Awesome. Thanks, man. Luis Flores says, ironically, just got delivered that exact Rio Grande 040. The one with the slope back tender? Awesome. I'm so glad we repainted. The boiler color on that isn't even really green. It's almost like sick yellow. And actually, I had originally thought about, instead of painting another green boilered engine, because we affectionately call him Little Green, we have a Mogul that has a nice shade of green on the boiler. It's a Metka custom. We love Stu. We love running that engine. But because this engine had kind of a questionable color on its boiler, originally I was going to paint it yellow. And they're like, well, Rio Grande never had any like yellow painted engines. They just had like yellow like for like freight cars and such and passenger cars. But my dad's got some LGB and some just G-scale. He's got G-scale at his house. Both indoors and outdoors. And he's got like a little yellow Rio Grande engine. Like, it might be cool to have a green boilered engine and a yellow boilered engine because we didn't have any. I couldn't find a good shade of yellow to use. I didn't want it to look just like Armor Yellow for Union Pacific, but I also didn't want it to look like Steelers Yellow. And so I was having trouble trying to find a happy medium between those two. Almost like Construction Yellow probably would have worked fine. Although that's really close to Armor Yellow anyways. TDKC's in here. What's up, Jack Dre? Hey, everybody. Jonathan says, I'm in an O-Gauge club just north of Chicago. It's smaller but mighty, and anytime you want to come through, would love to have you. Invite would always exist. Thanks, man. Yeah, let's see, you're north of Chicago. I think my buddy Autumnus is on the south side. But yeah, lots of fun stuff in Chicagoland with trains, with model trains. And it should be. I mean, Chicago is such a hub kind of for everything. We did a bit of a Christmas in Chicago kind of fun video a little bit ago. And we had Rock Island and Pennsylvania and a little bit of everything because everything kind of ran in and out of Chicago. East Coast engines, West Coast engines. There was a lot of stuff going on there. Oh, thanks for joining us, Ray. Sorry I missed you. You never said you're going to do this, but I've seen some at a trolley line. Yeah, so like an Adams trolley line, maybe to the elevated line. Because, I mean, I guess I could. That'll probably come later. I want to get this wall thing situated out first. We need more subs. Where is everybody? You mean like sub sandwiches, like I was joking before? Let's see. Baby Barf Green says yes. Jaden's definitely pinned the color, the original color of the boiler on that Rio Grande switcher. Actually, it's kind of funny because that green is almost like one that you would have on like a Great Northern. And so I was actually thinking of keeping the color and just painting the roof kind of a faded red and redoing all the lettering for it to be a Great Northern, which also kind of would have worked out because besides Pennsylvania, even though Great Northern didn't operate this type of switcher, Great Northern also used that square firebox. I believe it's called a Belpierre, something like that. But they used a square firebox just like the A5 has. And so even though they didn't operate A5s, it would kind of be in the vein of Great Northern, more so than Rio Grande. But my son likes Rio Grande, so we kept it. Johnny Blue Nami, love him. Saw him Sunday, awesome. Yeah, Mr. Blue Nami himself. His layout's amazing. I'm so thankful. I did a video last year, shoot, coming up on a year now, where CWF trains Bobby, Audimus, Johnny Blue Nami, and RBP trains Chris. All gave me some footage of their layouts so I could illustrate different design elements and ideas to help people get the most out of the space that they have. If you have an unfinished gigantic basement, then the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. I'm happy for you. But size is definitely the big limiting factor for O-Gauge. And so I wanted to show people how many different ways you can kind of be creative to get what you want out of the space that you have. And it was really fun showcasing their different footage and their different layouts and stuff like that. And Johnny's just looks like a freaking museum. And then you back out and like, it's actually not that big of a layout. And his straightaways aren't even that long. It's mostly 060 curve, and then a little bit of straightaway, and then you go right back into the curve to loop it back around again. And what's up, Joe Hampton and Ogden? But yeah, it's incredible to see what these guys are able to do with their space. Even Chris, like Chris's layout, everyone thinks is gigantic, and it's big, but his layout is actually considered like a medium size layout. Mine's probably considered a very small layout. By, model railroad, O-Gauge, TCA kind of standards. Oh, man. I don't even know if we should get into it. Do you guys want to talk about TCA stuff in here, or have you been bludgeoned over the head this week with it too much, or... That was interesting. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll see in the comments if you guys want to talk about that today. Uncle Salty's in here. What's up, buddy? Indie Aquatics... Just diving into trains. He's really excited. Thanks for the videos. Great. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I try and do a lot more introductory stuff and just kind of helping make terms and just general stuff that we take for granted, as I smack the microphone, in the hobby, to make that easier for folks to get into this, because I feel like having those resources will help more people get into this. And that's the goal. The more the merrier. Plus... I doubt this would actually happen, but look at minimum order quantity for legacy engines. You have to order a minimum of 40 engines for a custom run kind of deal. You have to order a minimum of 200 for a Lion Sheaf model, and that's because Lion Sheaf models are priced the way they are because they make more of them. And so you've got to, in order to hit your price point, the more you make of something, the less something costs. So that got me thinking, if we get model railroading, especially O-Gauge, like off to the races and everyone's enjoying it, then wouldn't that technically allow prices to come down as well? Because by producing more, you would be able to charge less from the manufacturer to mass produce this sort of stuff. The quantities, if you're ordering more of something, it should cost you less. Now, how much more O-Gauge stuff do we need to get going to make that even noticeable? I don't know. And who's to say that, hey, we're selling more, why don't we just keep the profit margins where they are and just laugh our way to the bank? I don't know. That in this day and age, I wouldn't be surprised if that would be the approach to things. Oh, I already see some. I need help with the TCA membership, and then yes, please on... Hope they can figure the situation out. TCA stuff. Also, the Lion Master UP Big Boy Custom Run in Armor Yellow. Aiden must have just watched What's New in O-Gauge, which is funny because the Yellow Big Boy announcement's been out for almost a month now. The flag is pointed the wrong way on the tender in the rendering. Hopefully they fix that. I love Union Pacific. I love the Big Boy. If that hasn't already been abundantly clear. But I feel like an all-yellow Big Boy is a little bit less inventive. Plus, I would have liked to see, like, even the freight cars, not the freight cars, even the Streamliner cars that are pulled by the Big Boy on this excursion aren't just all yellow. They have the red pinstriping, they have gray on the top. It would have been nice to see a little bit more color breakup than just... Yellow Big Boy! I'm happy Train World is making a custom run. I just would have done things a little differently. Man, it'd be nice to be have enough pull in this hobby to be able to say what I want to see on a train, to have a custom run even. But then also I promote secondhand purchases, so having a brand new custom run is kind of counterproductive. But that should bring me. Does hurt the post-war prices? What are you talking about? Great job with the rock wall. Thanks. Economies of scale, not economies of semi-scale. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Got a bunch of stuff that is coming up for sale on my Facebook page, the Secondhand Overland. Just a bit of a spring cleaning. I was going through underneath the layout, and I was going through all of the trains that we run. My son has done a really good job of rotating the collection, more so than I did before. He's got Union Pacific Challenger 3976 on the line right now, and for a while he was mostly running 3977, and so I'm like, I wonder if I can free up a little bit of capital and shelf space and potentially sell the Lionmaster Challenger here. And then he starts running it, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then he hits that whistle, and the whistle on this thing just sounds fantastic. I absolutely love it. So, don't think I can do that. But so yeah, I was going through stuff that we weren't using a whole lot. It's not that they're bad or anything like that. It's just we have so much stuff now, especially since I've been utilizing the cheaper side of like secondhand stuff to be able to get great prices on things, which allows us to expand the roster more. And then I realized there's only so much stuff that we can realistically run and enjoy. And a lot of the freight cars I've been getting, a lot of the Atlas Woodside reefers, because that's great details, but it's also a great size because I can run it with my semi-scale or scale size stuff, and they look just fine. Newt said hi. I saw that. I saw you earlier, Newt. Hello. Noah says you should be surprised what other diesel locomotive to go with 4014 and 7076. Why did they already announce it? I missed it. Captain Andy, yes. Literally many projects in here. Welcome. Trainmaster Challenger asks, Mike, if you had to sell your Lionmaster Big Boy, how much would you charge? I am a fan. It's funny because I'd love to be a fan of making a profit, but if I was just selling it on eBay or just to anybody, I'd go with market values on them. They're usually in the 900 to 1,000 kind of range. But I've found my stuff for cheaper than that, which means that I would be making a profit on that. And I would rather pass savings like that if I am gonna part with things in my collection. I'd rather pass those savings on to you guys, so that way more people can enjoy more model trains more often. I'm not in this to rip you guys off. I'm not selling off stuff so that way I am selling off stuff so that way we can get other stuff or have room for other stuff. But I'm also a lot of these freight cars and the engine that I'm parting with, I got for fantastic deals. And I'm not planning to be hey, I got this for $10, so I'm going to charge 30 and make triple my money back. That's not how I operate when it comes to you guys. If I'm just selling stuff on eBay or whatever because I don't have, a friend or a fan of the channel or somebody that's getting it, then yeah, I'm going to sell it for market value and call it a day. But you guys are special. So, bunch of Rail King, but really nice Rail King steel-sided reefers. I've got a bunch of road names and a bunch of companies and such for these guys. I think I've got 8 of these that I should probably hold it the right way. That I'm parting with. I've even got a die-cast Woodside reefer. It's got actually really nice separately applied details on it too. It's just so heavy that I don't know that I want to have him drop it. I mean, I know it would hold up to him dropping it, but this is a heavy car. And then I've also got some scale stuff. You know what? I should probably just bring you guys over and show you guys, give you guys a bit of a preview of what is going up in the spring cleaning sale for the channel. Doop doo, doop doo, doop doo 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 doo. Woot. RS1, RS2, RSD. What is Raymond going on about? Do you have Alco Diesel? Yeah, I've got an RS2, and I've got a PA and an FA set for diesels. But yeah. Pilot Drummer's in here. What's up, buddy? It kills me that I can't fit everything on the table. The Atlas Woodside Reefers stay on the inner loop. Yeah, Bill, I'm with you. Also because I'm kind of afraid to mess with those too much because the details on them are just like so fragile. But no, yeah, they already told us. I mean, we should know at this point that 1616 is going along with them. Did they announce that or something? Because that's not surprising to me at all. Let's see. One message, please. That's a bit spammy. Yeah, careful. Careful, Raymond. Just need to ask. And I answered. Yay. Shame the K-Line is gone. Yes, but some of these cars are K-Line. Got Woodside Reefer from St. Louis there, Mr. Budweiser. Speaking of Chicago, got a nice Chicago Northwestern Heritage tanker car. And Missouri, Kansas, Texas, good old Katy, big old tool car. This thing's massive. It kind of dwarfs a lot of my other even scale engines in here. But it's got a lit interior, but it's not a detailed interior. But still super nice. My West Coast guys are going to cry a little bit. But I do have a plan for these at least still. So Sacramento Northern. This was a exclusive from Western Depot. My buddy already bought the Woodside Reefer that came in that set. And Tidewater Southern. Don't worry, I am getting Tidewater Southern and Sacramento Northern cars. They're just going to have to be custom because I'm doing Rail King versions of them in box cars. So yeah, I still run Rail King stuff, guys. I'm not selling this stuff because I don't like it. It's just for the reefer cars, we're running a lot more of the Woodside than we are all of these awesome steel-sided cars. But got the Friendship Train with Mr. Abe on there. This one's really nice. Minneapolis, Land O'Lakes. Got a nice Union Refrigerator Transit car. There's even Union Pacific stuff in here, guys. I know a lot of folks are like, oh man, all you collect is UP, so all you sell is all the stuff that isn't. But let me go a little bit further down into this pile here. Because yeah, there's double door box car for UP. Oh, this one's cool. The Gulf Mobile in Ohio. These are kind of hard to find. Double door box car. This one, I'm actually kind of bummed that we don't run it enough. But this is the Challenger merchandise service car, double door box car. It's got a really nice like dark red on the trucks, and then that stripe along the bottom. Then the lighter red and the Challenger logo. It's just a really nice car. But I've got another car that we run more than this one. So, yep, silver Pacific Fruit Express, and somewhere in here, where is it? And the one of my favorite looking cars. We just don't run it a whole lot because it's got that nice Overland logo on it. Another Pacific Fruit Express reefer. So yeah, lots of awesome stuff. All the pictures and all the stuff for these are going to be listed on my Facebook page here. And the reason Mr. Rock Island is up here is because this is probably the least run engine in our whole roster. So finding a new home for this guy. I'm going to have photos and prices and stuff for everything on my Facebook page. So if you're interested, message me on there. Or if you can't, you can always message me on Instagram and ask me for pricing stuff. I don't want to list pricing stuff right now. I want to get back to talking to you guys and checking all these comments that I've probably missed here. There's also a set of 8 aluminum passenger cars that I just don't run. Union Pacific aluminum passenger cars are super nice. I found the whole set. They came in a set of 6 at first, and then you could get a Vista Dome and the Roumette car separate, and so I have the whole deal there. But yeah, let's see what I'm What am I missing here? I missed it on these on eBay or DMs on Facebook and Instagram only. Yeah. I mean, I'm not listing these on eBay yet. Anything that I don't sell at a cheaper price to you guys, I'm gonna probably list on eBay and such later. Plus, you kind of have to list stuff higher on eBay to offset the cost that it costs to list things on there. But yeah, Facebook and Instagram are the easiest ways to get a hold of me. Both the Secondhand Overland. I finally figured it out. There is a Facebook page for Dadified, but I don't seem to have access to it. I ran into this problem with RBP Trains too, and actually I might be trying to figure that out for him. There's Facebook pages for our YouTubes that have stuff uploaded to them that we didn't upload. So that's interesting. Show the K-Line products. I did, so hopefully you saw them. Can we please get a mod to put Ray in timeout? What? No. Wait, Ray's in here? Did I miss that? I don't see... Oh, the other Ray. No, he doesn't need to go in timeout. He's learned his lesson. Look at that. He's done. It's okay. Calm down, everybody. Have some dip. My train room's in here. What's up, Don? Let's see. Hello. I went way too high up on the chat. Gosh, trying to get caught up with everything you guys said. You guys are awesome today. I mean, you guys are awesome all the time, but... Corey said hi. Train bro. There's the big thing from Raymond. No Atlas or AHMO. I mean, I have Atlas stuff, but I don't have any Atlas stuff for sale in this run. And I don't have any AHM. I don't know what AHM is. What's up, Sam Gable? Thanks for joining us. Oh, man, there's even more. Selling is not as fun as buying. CCMF, you're 100% right. What is the minimum curve radius for the aluminum cars? Yeah, those things can... I mean, they're 15-inch cars, so they can make just about anything. They were running on 036 back when we were down on the carpet. Glenn Mead, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, TK. I think it's TK Wayne. I think I'm right. Need to come over, and Colin can sell them to me under his layout in the storefront that he has under the layout. That's what we should be doing. We should make like a video or whatever of him selling you guys the trains that you're getting. Oh, Dan! Yay! Dan got the truck. I saw your video. Congrats on the... That was the last 3 rails for Dad's truck that was not spoken for. Everything else has found homes. So glad it found a good home. That's a great spot with the Christmas tree on the back there too. I just sold about $800 worth of trains on eBay last week. That 14% fee sucks. Yes. Why does everyone keep saying said hi? I've seen that like 4 times from different people now. I know. Hi, Seymour Willie. You're all in here. But the seller fees on eBay kind of suck. But also, just a lot easier, especially like if you guys want multiple cars, like if you want the whole passenger car set, I've got those boxed up. They're not even, I think they're either in the garage or in the storage unit. But yeah, the Rock Island, I'm a little bummed about that because I got that from my buddy Dave from the Lionel store. And it's also our only piece of Rock Island, which means that if you get the Rock Island diesel, I'll probably throw in the Rock Island caboose, because my rule is if you get a engine, you have to have the caboose to run with it. So if you've already got a Rock Island caboose and you don't need it, that's fine, I'll keep it. But if you end up buying my H16-44 Fairbanks Morse Rock Island diesel, and that paint job is stunning, then yeah, if you want the caboose, it's yours. I don't remember if I still have the box for the caboose, but I won't be like that terrible seller on eBay that doesn't wrap things right. Hey, Dadified. What's up, Dominic? Thanks for joining us. Most likely new chat feature. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of said highs come in here. That's so weird. Let's get more likes. Thanks, Trainmaster Challenger. Next time I'm here, I would love to give you a Central New Jersey boxcar or hopper. You can choose where we meet up because you'll probably see it running on the layout in the front. I don't really run anything East Coast here. Although Del Hudson gave us a gondola for Delaware and Hudson. That was like one of the first things that was like ever gifted to us. I hadn't even known Del that long, but he just liked the videos we were doing, getting ready for the live stream that we eventually ended up doing together. And yeah, that one definitely still makes the rounds. That one sneaks into some trains, and it's a good one. But I run that less so because it's East Coast and more so because it's Del. So that's a cool one to do. From far away, I thought the Fairbanks Morse Loco was an EMD BL2. Nope. I don't have any of those. Let's see. Hey, Harry, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Do I have anything new? Yes, I'm working on one. It needed a little bit of TLC, as do a lot of my projects in here, but I'm pretty confident that the parts that are coming this week should fix it. I thought I had it good, and then it wasn't so good, and some sparky things happened. And parts coming in should be fine, should be all right. And I still, honestly, I got a good enough deal on that engine where I still am coming out ahead of, or rather under what like regular market value for an engine like that is. Am I going to the Omaha Train Show? Of course, I should talk about that. March, what is it? I don't remember what dates. March 14th and 15th, the Nebraska Iowa Railroaders Club is putting on their annual spring train and toy show at the Papillion Landing, kind of on the south side of Omaha. And yeah, I work every Saturday, so I can't make it to the Saturday show, but I will be there Sunday, looking for deals. Plus, I think TD Casey is coming up for that, and I know my buddy Austin and my buddy Sean are both going to be at the show. So I need to remember to try and block out some time after the show to just have them come over and run some trains and have some fun. We had time for a little bit of that last year, but I had a family dinner to go to. So I kind of had to cut that one a little shorter than I would have liked. So yeah, definitely going to try and spend some more time with those guys and have some fun doing that. What's up, Train Fam? Brother James, thanks for joining us, man. Glad we got the, it wasn't this Monday, but last Monday. You were my Mention Monday there, pal. It's been fun doing the Mention Monday series. I don't know if you guys follow the channel or see that stuff, but it's a good time. I like pointing out good people in the hobby that are also supporting us here on the channel. Have to go back to work. Thanks for joining us, Trainmaster Challenger. Let's see. I'm going to chase 4014 from Clinton, Iowa to Wheaton, Illinois. Very cool. Yeah, it's unless I missed something this morning, which is very well possible because I wasn't online at all this morning. I don't think UP has announced the route for the eastern portion of the 2026 tour, the Coast to Coast tour. Dan, I know it will do its east run, but we don't know where it's going for the east run. We can summarize and theorize and guesserize all the livelong day, but at the end of the day, UP's pretty tight-lipped on that sort of thing. Even my friends that work for the company haven't been able to give me any other information other than what we already know. Like, we know that it's probably going to do the Horseshoe Curve. We know that it's going through certain subdivisions of Norfolk Southern. They had to apply for stuff like that in order to go through there. But locations and routes and all that stuff. Plus, you got to figure out where that thing can fit. That was a problem when they did the Challenger Santa train for CSX back in the 90s. It's definitely going to be a problem for an even bigger locomotive like Big Boy. So yeah. Hopefully somewhere close to New York. New York State, probably. New York City, definitely not. Other than the fact that, steam engines have a ban on operating anywhere near the city, I don't even think the curves and just the volume of stuff on the tracks there would even allow for Big Boy to, oh, hey guys, what's going on? I'm just here to toot my whistle and say hi to some folks and create all sorts of traffic jams in an already heavily densely populated area. See you later, guys. Deal with all that now. They're not doing that. I know we said we don't know where it's going, but I can say with pretty much, I can pretty much bet my train collection that it's not going to New York City. Oh no, you have to send your ET-44 back to Charles Rowe? Oh, wait, to Charles Rowe or to Lionel? That kind of stinks either way. It always stinks to get something that doesn't work. Unless you already know it doesn't work, like I do usually when I'm getting trains secondhand. And then you already know. If you're buying a train that needs work, you probably already know how to fix it. You usually don't buy a train that's fried or whatever, knowing that and be like, well, I have no idea how I'm going to fix it, but let's just buy it and find out. Unless it's really cheap. When 4014 gets here, I'm going. Me too, Brother James. Just probably different location. It's just going to be more convenient for me. I get to cheat. Let's see. Age of Steam Roundhouse has a Belgian steam locomotive under restoration to operational status. It has a vertical boiler and might be the last of its kind. That's really cool, Raymond. Let's see. Last thing in the Northeast Corridor needs... the last thing they need is more traffic and problems. Yes. 4014 is not coming to Long Island. Everyone would love that, but that would be a disaster. Tell me about the history of buying things that don't work. Oh, no, your history of buying things that don't work is not great. Yeah, B&O's had quite the run, but mercifully, B&O has not had any issues with the stuff that he's gotten secondhand from my collection. So, buyer, you don't have to beware. All the couplers work on these. All the wheels run great. There's nothing broken on any of these cars. The engine runs fantastic. I got it new, so there's not a whole lot that can really go wrong with it. Anyways, the smoke works great, the lights, and there's no bent handles or anything like that on it. Actually, I did have to replace a part on this guy. One of the rollers had stuck and frozen, and I didn't know that, and we ran it a bunch, and it literally worked a groove into the middle of the roller. I'm like, oh, should probably fix that. So we did, and yeah, Dave helped us find the part number for that too. Waiting for your Blue Nami build. Yes, I do. It's warming up. And I am going to get that going. But I need my Great Northern to be conventional for just a little bit longer. Got a little bit of filming I need to do to finish up the video for this Friday. You guys can make your guesses as to what I'm doing on that if you like. Long Island would be amazing. Wouldn't have to travel. Yeah, everyone's like, I want Big Boy to show up in my backyard on a branch line siding that hasn't been used for the last 30 years. Why isn't it showing up there? Folks, it's already a huge deal that it's even going anywhere remotely close to you. Do whatever you need to do to get close to Big Boy. If it's not coming to your city, but it's going to a city 3 hours away, drive 3 hours and go see Big Boy. Shoot, I've driven 17 hours to see some of you guys, so you guys can definitely drive 3 hours to go see Big Boy in whatever radius of your house it is. Let's see. Claire's in here again. What's up, Claire? Thanks for joining us. My Conrail I just bought, congratulations, arrived this week. Factory sealed and broken. Oh, so I'm going to take a look while I listen to your show today. I'm sorry. Man, getting broken engines when you're not expecting it stinks. Getting broken engines when you are expecting it you're probably prepared for that. Yeah, it's never fun when it's a surprise or when it breaks under your care, either from carelessness or just something just goes wrong and you can't really know what caused it because electronic gremlins. It's so funny. Like everyone's like, not everyone. I always see a lot of like post-war fans that are like, oh, these electronics are crud. You guys know the company's called Lionel Electric Trains, right? It was inevitable that more electronics, that more things to make things happen with these electric trains, that stuff was going to advance. And as you get more complicated with those advancements, then you run a higher risk of failure. There's more features on it means there's more to go wrong with it, which is why my Lion Masters are bulletproof and my Legacy engines are finicky. I'm kidding. Most of my Legacy engines have honestly been great. Cat and Andy says, did everyone get their Atlas pre-orders in? Yeah, what'd you guys order? Let me know in the comments. Oh man, Claire's getting all sorts of shout outs. I love the I'd heard of your channel before, but I just hadn't looked. There's just a lot of stuff that I struggle to keep up with a lot of stuff, so sometimes I'll like see something cool, but I know that like my capacity for keeping up with everything is not as high as I would like it to be. But Legos and Lionels is honestly something that we almost did here, and that I kind of wish we had. And we certainly could. We could always do more with Lego here too. It's really fun running in our gondola cars. I just have little strips of like 2x6s, or much longer than 2x6, but big old panels that the Lego minifigures can sit down in gondola cars. And like, hey, this is an open car for an excursion. Woohoo! That's always fun to do. My Visionline Hudson arrived with a tender coupler hanging off. Appears to just be a loose screw, but I haven't had a chance to run it yet. Hopefully not a sign of more issues to come. And then, well, that stinks, DJ Mike. But then Brother James bought a veranda turbine off eBay that didn't work, and I wound up getting a refund and keeping the engine. Oh, that's a nice deal for a paperweight, I suppose, unless you were able to fix it. Man, that stinks, though. It always stinks getting busted engines. Quote, I only run post-war, they last forever. You know what? They do last. It's not that they last forever. It's that they require less maintenance to last forever. Shoot, this Challenger on the line back here is early 2000s. It's 20 years old at this point, and it's running great. Some of my engines are approaching the 25-year mark, and they're still running great. I am curious to see how the more modern legacy stuff, especially with Bluetooth, I'm curious to see how long those last. Yeah, it always seems like when you get something new, and then like everyone has like the issues with it right out of the box, then when you take a step back and you sit and see what happened with them, then later on down the line you see all the warning signs, and so it's like, hey, should I get this engine secondhand? No, they were kind of dodgy when they were new. I don't even want to imagine what they're like secondhand, so maybe you can just skip that one. But it stinks because they're expensive, and they're always like resale value, but you don't know if the one you're going to get is a lemon. It stinks. Have about 50 pieces coming from Atlas. Holy cow! You pre-ordered Canadian Pacific KC Holiday Train. Very nice, Pilot Drummer. Let's see. We have a big model train show at the Ogden Union Station this weekend on March 6th and 7th and 8th. I'm not going to say 6/7 because I don't want to do that again. What did Claire get? Just bought a Lego gondola car last night, getting ready for the police train being delivered tomorrow. Very cool. Let's see. Dell's in here. Just got back from Gizbaski's. Thanks for still being on. Hey, no problem. Thanks for the gondola you gave us ages ago that I just now realized you told me don't make a deal of like, hey, don't tell people that I gave you stuff. I think that was literally like the first thing you told me about that, but I was just using it as an example and it came up. And we love you, Del. Let's see. Great North says, I don't know, post-war is built well, but as for maintenance, I think it takes more, especially when it comes to the motors. Cleaning armatures, replacing brushes, and keeping the E-unit working all take time. Yeah, that's true. Although I would argue that there's at least an opportunity to fix something there. Yes, it's more labor intensive to fix some of that stuff, but if a circuit board gets fried on one of these modern engines and Lionel doesn't stock them anymore, then Blunami candidate. Mercifully, so the only engines that I've done Blunami on, or are doing Blunami on, are conventional engines that I would like to have command control with. They haven't been like anything fried. Oh, Dell's making an Insta post about what he got from Grisbaski's. Very nice. Did Joe allow Ray to eat his chips in the store? Ray's always got snacks. Shoot, Newt had a really funny picture of Ray eating snacks during a live stream and such. Speaking of Newt, thanks for making that little AI-generated thing of me with my Lion Master King hat on. That's the picture for this stream. Thank you very much. Rick, jeez. I hope everyone realizes my post-war comment was sarcasm. Oh. Like with... Wait, which one did he make with sarcasm? Oh, no, he missed the 672. Great. I can't remember who made the... I've been had. Claire says, Aiden Barnes Productions... Not heard of them. I know Big Boy Bricks makes some awesome engines. Might be asking about... There's a lot of third-party Lego companies now. I think there's a... Claire, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's actually like a petition for like Lego creator kind of stuff that they want to see a Lego brand, Lego tackle the big boy. And I think this would be a great year to do it, considering it's going coast to coast. That'd be really cool. But yeah, rock wall again back there is pretty much done. I want to add some more ground cover, and I want to figure out how to do that. So here's the next challenge. I'm figuring out pretty well now how to do rock walls and scenery and stuff like that, but blending this Lowe's outdoor carpet with realistic looking rock, a little tricky, because when you make those transitions from the rock to the grass, I had tried it before where I'd literally like kind of like cut the edge of the grass to kind of fit with some of the rock, and it just didn't really look that convincing. So I might be trying to find some ground cover grass that's the same kind of shade as this stuff. Or if I can't, I may just take some scraps from this and just grind them up and make my own, essentially, out of carpet fuzz and some ground cover glue and just throw that on there to kind of help transition between the carpet and... you guys can't see any of this because I'm stupid vertical. Thanks, YouTube. This stuff here, guys. Let's see. I'm a Lego snog, Lego only for me. That's not true. You got Lionel. Oh no, I think you mean between like the third-party companies doing Lego and then Lego. Yeah. About them running forever, yeah. Mike, what's up with the picture of my big boy with the 4040 number? Is that my custom creation? No. That is, and I did a short on this if you kind of want to see a better shot of it. And I should have that in some more videos. But in 2019, the Lionel Operating Trains Society, LOTS, L-O-T-S, made a custom run commemorating their 40th anniversary. And so they made a big boy in the Greyhound colors with this big cool Union Pacific flag on the tender. in yellow, and then they numbered it 4040 for their 40th anniversary. I did get some shade for guys who are like, there were no big boys numbered 4040. It's a custom run. There were no big boys in the Greyhound scheme either. Pay attention. but yeah, so they made a custom run of those, and that's one of them. They only made like 150 of those. But I borrowed that from my buddy Mark, who's in the Nebraska-Iowa Railroaders, and got some video and shots of it. We ran it here for about a week. My son loved that one. That was kind of my primer to see if my son would enjoy running a big boy other than 4014 here. And he does. So my pre-orders are in. Dang it, should I have used plural with that or not? I don't know. I haven't really said what I've actually pre-ordered, and the thumbnail on this kind of shows the 49er version and the Polar Express version of the Lion Master Big Boy. Did I get one? Did I get the other? Did I get neither? Did I get both? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll let you know in a few. All right. Pilot Drummer says, I have one of the Mega Bloks original series Enterprise. I had to do it being a big Star Trek nerd, otherwise only Lego for me too. And then Don says, we may have to get you started with static grass. I'm not going to go as far as doing static grass because I know that that's more museum kind of quality stuff. This layout still needs to be kid-friendly. I used Big Ben Bricks wheels for 2 of my Lego train models. Very cool. And then James has, I have 18 Master Gunderson 60-foot high cube boxcars, 7, holy, an Allegheny. If you guys haven't seen Brother James in the comments and this block of text of stuff that he's getting, did I say 24 Trinity hoppers? That's nuts. Brother James, so like, if we ever run out of trains, I'm blaming you, because you probably just bought them all. That's nuts. That's incredible. So far, Steamroller Willie and Glenn Mead both say that I got both. Plural is always a good thing, as long as it's not your wallet thinking about it. Well, I don't know. Thanks to you guys donated in the earlier one. I mean, I think the ultimatum was you guys were going to donate to the Lion Master Big Boy cause. And that was so great because my wife was literally here for that too. And she's like, people are giving you money to get a big boy? Yeah, you guys are awesome. So that goes towards a big boy fund. You got both the hot dog and Polar Express because I'm an addict. So that's the big trouble for me is, yes, I'm an addict, but I'm not made of money and I don't have a lot of space. To be honest, I'm still almost regretting my decision. See, I agree with Newt. He got both. Everyone says I got both. Nobody's thinking that I got one over the other. Aiden thinks just hot dog, big boy. There's a comment that I left on one of RBP Train's videos from back when we were getting started. I think before we had the channel going, where I said that, man, if they made a Lion Master hot dog, I would buy one in a heartbeat. And I was expecting Lion Master to do it with a Challenger, not with a big boy. They did it with a big boy. I have been looking. I cannot find the part number to order, because you can order the smoke wings, the shields on the sides of Challenger, in the Greyhound and in the Black scheme, separate from the locomotive. And those are the Vision Line ones that are on my Lion Master. And they are the same size as the Lion Master ones. This one, the older versions didn't come with the ears, and they should. If you have a Greyhound Challenger, I don't care if it's Lionel or MTH or otherwise, and you're running it without the ears, do something about it, because they never ran passenger service Greyhound Challengers without the ears, without the smoke lifters. So add some, like we did. But I cannot find the 49er, the hot dog ears, because I think it would be really cool and also help it stand out from everybody else's 49er big boy if there were smoke shields on the front of the big boy. with that cool little like striping logo and everything and stuff like that. I blame Ray, Corey, Ben, and Jim Gam for what? For giving you money to do all of this, or for getting you hooked on this hobby? feel like they're all sitting back singing that song from Moana about "You're welcome." Thank you for calling it the 49ers scheme. Yeah, Uncle Salty, I think he's a big fan of the 49ers, right? No, so the 49er train looks nothing like the San Francisco 49ers football team. There is some red and yellow in there, but it's not that scheme. But it's obviously referencing the famous Steam streamliners that UP ran. And yeah, calling it the hot dog constantly does make it seem a little more childish, but my son knows it as the hot. He even, when he saw the big boy, he's like, hot dog challenger. I mean, big boy. But yeah, I'm getting both. Don't tell Colin. So what I plan to do is get both. Oh, also, welcome to the hour-long club. We've made it an hour of lunch. Some of you have been with us from the start. Thank you. If you haven't hit the like already, please do. But yeah, they're both going to arrive the same time. There's no reason they wouldn't that I can think of, production-wise. So that means the Polar Express Lion Chief engines arrive earlier than legacy engines. I know because I got a Mikado out of the 23 catalog, I think. My first ever brand new train. And it arrived in like August. And everyone else is sitting there like waiting for their legacy stuff, waiting for their Vision Line stuff, waiting. And it's almost Christmas time and it's right around New York and all their wallets getting hammered. And I'm like, I already got mine. So Lion Chief stuff usually comes out earlier, ahead of all the legacy stuff. So the plan is to unveil hot dog scheme big boy to my son and run that and have our fun with that. And have him think that that's all I got. And then right when we start putting the Polar Express stuff up, when we start taking that stuff out, surprise him again, the double deuce surprise of Dadified. Bring out the Polar Express. I don't know, I think it's a pretty solid plan. I could be completely wrong. But I don't I almost never get two things at the same time because I don't want something to overshadow the other. That's why Christmas was really tricky because he was getting the Texas Special and the Meteor. And so he opened the Texas Special first because it was under the tree. But then we found that note and came downstairs and saw the Meteor here on the layout. And so the fact that they were separated by that little bit of time helped the Texas Special have its time in the limelight before it was completely overshadowed by this awesome blue thing over here, the Meteor. I love the Meteor, and he loves it too. Steam snobs in general here, scale, semi-scale. So yeah, both. What a legend. Well, Newt, I mean, you're the legend with these little AI generated caricatures of us. You had me holding both, and I can't figure it out. So, oh, I can't call it the hot dog because ketchup is not allowed on hot dogs in Chicago. All right, Harry, I'll go with that. So I got to call it the 49er and make all the football fans cringe. When I saw the Polar Express in the catalog, I had a feeling to get that. Yeah, honestly, I thought he'd be more excited about the hot dog because he's like, that's been something he always points out. Like, when we were first watching videos together, he's like, Dad, look at daylight. Dad, look at the hot dog. Dad, look at daylight. Dad, look at the hot dog. Those bright colors were always standing out to him. And so when we got the daylight, seeing the look on his face was amazing. And unfortunately, it arrived very broken, so I had to fix a lot of stuff on it. The seller, if you guys haven't seen the shipping disaster of the daylight that we got, yeah, that was so dumb how they shipped it. But yeah, that engine is running fine on Steamroll Willie's layout now. But yeah, what else? Darn, I need to set up that GoFundMe page. Yeah, it's all good. I mean, everything's expensive these days. Heck yeah, both of them. Yay. I'm only calling it the 49er from now on in respect to everyone's favorite uncle. All right. I'm game with that. We'll call it the 49er. Wait, no, you're doing it you're doing it to spite him. No. What was her reaction to getting both? I mean, she was more impressed that you guys were donating using like the super chat thing to help out with it. So honestly, I think you guys helped make that decision. The support we get from you guys is incredible. I get ketchup on hot dogs in Chicago, and they look at me like I have a third eye. Chooch. Wait, when was the last time you were in Chicago, Chooch? Oh, you missed it. Yeah, both. Getting both. I'm going to unveil them at different times for him, but getting both. He's a good kid. He's in my... so they have 90s Day at his elementary school today, and he's wearing a shirt that my mom sewed for me when I was in kindergarten. So it's like, that's awesome. It doesn't get much more 90s than like your mom went to the fabric store and got some clothes and sewed a cute shirt for you with a kit with templates and stuff. Ordered the excursion. Mike ordered two as well. The Polar Express and the excursion version. I was thinking of selling our 4014 Lion Master and getting the excursion version instead. But we've had so much fun with ours that we have here now. I don't know if maybe later on, but right now it's also kind of nice because you can kind of run it with like wartime freight and with the excursion cars because I don't know. Whatever, it's fun. We've modified ours. I don't know if that would detract from the sale price or not, but we've got silver caps that we painted onto all the tender wheels and such. I got the big boy logo on the front of the smoke box, just like the one that Lionel's releasing will have. But yeah. 4040 Excursion is sweet. Yeah, I love the fact that they're doing an oil burning tender on it, that it's going to have the gloss finish on it. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Oh, the other reason I'm not getting an excursion version is then that would mean that I'd have to not get the 49er version. And, or rather, if I did, then you'd have the sounds would be identical. The nice thing with the Polar Express version is going to have it'll have the same whistle, but it'll have the sounds from the Polar Express movie instead of whatever generic crew dialogue. I pray to the Lionel gods, please do not have Mr. Lionel as the voice inside the new Big Boys. Please, 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 with Labelle 107 lubricating grease on top. Please don't do that. I really wish Lionel would just like say what voices they're going to have inside their generic locomotives. But maybe they don't because they know that it would hurt sales. Like, I'm sure half you guys wouldn't get stuff if it had Mr. Lionel in it. I know I try my best to actively avoid engines with Mr. Lionel in them because we already have so many with him. I can't have that same guy running all of our engines. I know some of you don't care about crew dialogue. It's fine. Tattoo's in here too. What's up? Thanks for joining us. 2014 has a smoke hood installed now. I think you mean 4014? And by smoke hood, do you mean the smoke shields? No, they're back off of it already. They just had them on for funsies for that run to Denver, just to switch things up. Thursday is my 63rd birthday and 3rd year in the hobby. Wow. Well, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey! You're welcome. Or, I'm sorry. Thank goodness we are guaranteed that a Polar Express Big Boy won't have Mr. Lionel. Yeah, because it'll have Tom Hanks in it. Let's see. Maybe you can... So, Steamer Willie says maybe you can order the Excursion Tender Shell. That'd be cool, but it's done in a different finish. It's done in the gloss finish. So even if I got the Excursion Tender Shell and tried to throw it on my Big Boy here, I would have to, like, matte coat it in order for it to match. And even then, I don't know if it would still match. So yeah, you can't get like pieces of it because of the finish that they have on it. And it's the only one that they're doing in that gloss finish. No, the Big Boy, the Polar Express Big Boy will be in that finish as well. But it won't work on that because the Polar Express Big Boy tender says Polar Express on the side of it. Glad you liked it, James. I was wondering, he'll either find this fun or be completely disgusted by my terrible singing voice. Speaking of my voice, gotta drink up. I wish I had room for a 1-to-1 scale layout. Problem is the crew figures need feeding, housing, clothing, and payment. That might be the best comment I've seen in the whole chat. That's hilarious. 1-to-1, but the trouble is you have to feed them. Otherwise, they come down with a slight case of death. As I kind of wrap things up here, I want to remind you guys, if you want stuff, scale and semi-scale rolling stock, or this cool Rock Island behind me here, I'm going to be posting that stuff on my Facebook at super affordable prices for you guys. I'm not looking to make a profit on this stuff. I just want to find them good homes. I might already have a home, actually, for those 8 excursion cars. So yeah, I got the Union Pacific excursion, not excursion, the 15-inch aluminum cars from Lionel from back in like the 90s. Bunch of Rail King steel side reefers, lots of different road names on that. I'll have all the pictures and stuff on my Facebook as well, and then I'll try and do a link from my Instagram to the Facebook so that we can at least see the pictures and stuff like that. Oh, see you, birthday boy. Thanks for joining us. And happy birthday. Don't want Tom Hanks. I would rather have Mr. Lionel. Wow. No, I think having Tom Hanks for the Polar Express and all those voices and stuff like that is going to be what makes the Polar Express Big Boy cool. Because otherwise it'd just be a repaint. I'm glad they're doing something different with it. Also would be cool if they like managed to like do like, I know I want the Big Boy whistle still on that for the Polar Express just because it'd be fun. But if the bell instead is like Jingle Bells or something, that'd be like an extra cool thing. But it's cool that they're doing alternate voices on a Lion Chief. They don't normally do stuff like that. Usually they just kind of print and reprint and call it a day. Everyone's giving happy birthday to Brother James. What Rock Island engine, Rick? Why this fella? Rock Island Lines, it's a mighty fine road. This fella needs a new home because we don't run it enough. And I need some more shelf space. But it's fantastic, and it runs super smooth. And because it's Rock Island, they ran these suckers long hood forward, so it looks really cool. Nothing wrong with doing it like that, but I don't know. That just looks like a mean front end there. I like that. Route of the Rockets, number 400. Yeah, runs wonderfully. Smokes really great. All the lighting, the nice handrails and such. It doesn't have that silly piece of bling on the front for the diesel. It doesn't have the little bling chain. Yeah, this thing's awesome. We just don't run it enough, and I want to find it a home for someone that will. But yeah, so this thing will be listed on my Facebook. And also, if you're getting that and you need a caboose, I got you covered. Although somebody told me that those are supposed to run passenger service, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see. I need passenger cars for the Excursion Big Boy. Dadified, will the Polar Express Big Boy color match the passenger cars that came with the starter set? I'm told yes. They'll be the same color palette and everything. IMDb has confirmed that the Polar Express 2 movie is in development. What? No way. I feel like Polar Express 2 is about as likely as Back to the Future 4. I don't know. IMDb, are they credible on that? I don't know. An Iron Man train would be cool. Beautiful look. Wait, that one? Beautiful locomotive? Yeah, the paint job on that is stunning. And this is before Rock Island ripped the Fairbanks Morse engine out of it. Because Rock Island didn't really have the facilities to do upkeep on the Fairbanks Morse prime mover. And so they were all modified to have EMD engines in them instead. So that was kind of sad. Jeremiah, those locomotives are really great runners, can confirm. I hope you're talking about the H16-44. Polar Express 2, the search for more money. Yes, I totally get that Spaceballs reference. Rock Island Diesel ran commuter passenger service during the day, freight at night. I did both. Thanks, Uncle Salty. Man, I can't wait to see you at York. All right, probably should start wrapping this sucker up. Any other questions on stuff? Like if you guys want to see stuff, like any of the scale cars or the semi-scale, the steel-sided reefer cars, anything like that you guys want to see, I can't get the passenger cars out here easily. They're just not in this room with me right now. But yeah, just making room. There's nothing wrong with them. We just don't run them enough. It was really difficult even just to convince my son that we needed at least to get rid of one of our engines, or just not even get rid of it, just find it a new home where it can get run more often. I was going to do that with 3976 back here too, but dang it, that's the curse. If you like something, then you run it. If it's not even that. The curse is if you want to sell something, don't run it. I literally just have this guy on the track so I can show you. I'm not powering it up because when I start running it, I want to keep it. Yeah, I love that guy too, Del. Polar Express 2 will be an airplane movie. Right? Salty's the man. Yep, everyone can agree on that. We can disagree about how everything else is going on in the world, but we can all... That is our unifying thought. Salty, you're the man. Well, yeah. Guess we can wrap this one up. I really do, though, wish... I know that we can't go back to the way things were with the stuff that happened with TCA, because I would imagine that what the TCA did is not something that Mr. Kevin Quinn would be happy with returning to, or just kind of forgive and forget and move on. But it's a step back for the hobby, if you ask me, because anybody, TCA National, TCA Eastern, TCA, whoever, anybody trying to move that company or that organization forward and then ousting them, getting rid of them, and without really any warning either. I mean, shoot, it would have been nice if members at least knew what was going on. But a real shame, a real step back for progress in the hobby, supporting the next generation of model railroaders. There are so many folks that I talk with that said, hey, I met Kevin, and he was super supportive and excited about what we were doing in the hobby, and encouraging. And just need more faces like that. We need less of the my way or the highway, post-war or bust kind of attitude, and more of the post-war is great, but so is other stuff. There's more than one way to enjoy this hobby, and the faster we see that, the more inclusive it will be, the more people will be able to draw into the hobby. The more exclusive we get, the more, yeah, no, I know it's three rails, but it's not the way we do things. The more we cut stuff out, the more exclusive we get with stuff. It's already a dying hobby. We're already trying to build, I shouldn't say it's dying. we're trying to build stuff up. So taking steps back is not helpful. But whatever's next, I hope it's a step forward, not more steps backwards, or not more, well, he's gone, so now we can undo everything. That always seems like what's going on, like whenever there's a regime change or a leadership change or anything like that, especially if it's not exactly handled right, or if it's done and there's blood in the water sort of deal. It's always, let's go back to the way things were. Yeah, because that was helpful. And then we spend more of our time backpedaling on stuff and alienating people and making it not inclusive. And then we wonder why we can't get anything done. If all you do is spend your time undoing what somebody else did and not actually doing anything good, then things ain't going to end well. What's happened with the TCA? Kevin Quinn is no longer the president. The board voted him out. They stated it was because of differing perspectives. You don't fire a president or let a president go of an organization because of varying perspectives. So I wish there was more transparency there. I wish they had said more of what was going on. I wish they had said more of what was going on before it led up to this. I think you would see the outpouring of support, or at least make a better case for yourself than just saying, well, he's gone because of differing perspectives. That's not a good way to handle it. Kevin's going to be on Joker's podcast. You're absolutely right, Newt. And I think Newt and I are on good terms now. I try my best not to make enemies in the hobby. I want to be inclusive with stuff too. Joker has his way of doing things. Rubbed me the wrong way a couple times. I think I said something on... I think Dell told me I said something that was kind of slanted about him on one of our live streams. And... I've got definitely a different perspective on Joker. And I had the same thing with Kevin. I initially was kind of put off by Kevin because he's kind of got that. Well, you guys know, but they mean well, and they want to see the hobby grow. And regardless of how forget about it attitude you have or not, if your goal is to promote the hobby and help it grow and take care of the future of the hobby and stuff like that, then you're good in my books. And then especially how Joker handled the little scuffle dealio thing that I had with some folks commenting things on Discord. It wasn't even in his Discord. He didn't have to do a thing. But the fact that he reached out to me spoke really, really big volumes in the best way possible of his character. So not only do I say go watch the thing because I want to see it with Joker and Kevin this Sunday. I think it's a Sunday. Correct me if I'm wrong. But also thankful for support, but also just I'm glad I'm proven wrong there. I don't want to make enemies in this hobby. This hobby's small enough already. In the grand scheme of things. Thank you all for being here, for watching, for commenting, for supporting, for helping me get 2 big boys. DJ Mike, no, you'll probably be seeing it from the outside. Even if you could jump on the train, it's usually like $2,000 a ticket because it's usually a fundraiser. So, yeah. You want to be outside the engine watching it go by. It's way more exciting anyways. Oh, it'll be on his podcast only. Okay, thank you, Dell. Thank you for correcting me there. Yeah, I definitely want to hear Kevin's side of it, Newt. Drummer Boy says, thanks for your channel, buddy. I'm new and learning O-scale trains. Went to my first train show over the weekend. I was overwhelmed. This is a great community. Glad you're part of it. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for jumping in. If there's stuff you need help with, if you're watching something of mine, leave a comment. I'm always happy to answer stuff on there. What's the name of Joker's podcast? That's a great question. Joker's Trains Show. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. I thought he was going to be doing it live, like on his, like on a Sunday night kind of deal. O-Gauge Evolution. Thank you, literally many projects. Oh, everyone. Uncle Salty, Newt. Everyone knows that. Great. Yeah, it'd be good to get... Hopefully there's some clarity in there. But yeah, When I said I was going to end like 10 minutes ago, and then you guys got me going. I meant to talk more about the TCA thing earlier. And yeah, it can't go understated that regardless of who, we need more positives going towards the advancement of this hobby and to grow it and to encourage more people in. Then we need steps back, like squabbling about whatever the heck happened that made the TCA board vote their president out. That was doing so much good for connecting with the future of the hobby, with a lot of social media involvement, regardless of whose show he was on or whatever he was supporting or the folks that he was talking with. I don't know how that guy still has a voice after York. Like, he was just talking with everybody, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that stuff. What a great ambassador for the hobby. For TCA, yes, but just for the hobby in general. We need more people like that. We need more people like Stu. We need more people like you guys supporting us. So thank you. And yeah, gonna start getting these guys posted on the Facebook, the wall of stuff I have that we're finding new homes on. So check that out. And yeah, we'll see you guys all on the next one. And hopefully I'll have it this way instead of this way. I need some lunch.